$65 billion, simply gone, in a single night. And the craziest part? Nobody saw it coming. Not the banks, not the authorities, not even the smartest investors in the world. Everyone was deceived by a single man. And that man smiled while doing it. This is the story of Bernie Madoff, and it is not a movie. It is real. Bernard Lawrence Madoff. Born in 1938 in Queens, New York. A normal family, normal neighborhood, normal life. Nothing hints at what is coming. At 22 years old, he starts his own investment firm with borrowed money, $5,000 from his father-in-law, a small office, one phone, and a talent. The world does not yet know. The talent to convince people. He works hard, very hard. While others sleep, he studies markets. While others celebrate, he develops strategies. He becomes known, first in small circles, then in larger ones, then everywhere. He rises, fast, almost too fast. He becomes chairman of the NASDAQ Stock Exchange, one of the most powerful positions in the financial world. Bernie Madoff has arrived. And then the game begins. It starts small, like always. A few clients, a few promises. Stable returns, month after month. While other funds fluctuate, Madoff delivers. Always. On time. Reliably. People talk. Of course they talk. My money is with Madoff. You should do the same. And so it grows. Slowly. Then faster. Then uncontrollably. But here is the secret. The dark secret behind everything. There are no investments. There are no strategies. There are no profits. There are only new clients. New money comes in. Old money goes out. Some believe they are earning. Others get their money back. Everyone is satisfied. Everyone believes him. And Madoff keeps smiling. Because as long as new money comes in, the system works. A house of cards, perfectly built. And nobody sees the cards. This is called a Ponzi scheme, named after Charles Ponzi. But what Madoff makes of it is something different. Something much bigger, much more dangerous. He keeps it going for decades. Decades. While presidents come and go, while markets crash and recover, while the world changes, Madoff's machine keeps running. Unstoppable, undetected. The 90s. Markets are booming. Everyone is making money. And Madoff's clients are making even more. At least they believe that. Hedge funds, banks, pension funds, universities, charities. Everyone wants a piece of the pie. Everyone wants to be with Madoff. He is no longer a manager. He is a myth, a god of finance. Whoever invests with Madoff has made it. And that is his most powerful weapon, exclusivity. He does not take everyone. He lets people beg. He makes them wait, sometimes months, sometimes years. I don't know if I still have room. And people want it even more. That is human psychology. The forbidden is attractive. The rare appears valuable. And Madoff understands that better than anyone else. Jewish communities, celebrities, Hollywood stars, Steven Spielberg, Kevin Bacon, Elie Wiesel, the Nobel Prize laureate, all with Madoff. All trust him. And that trust is his greatest tool. Whoever doubts, doubts their friends, their community, themselves. So nobody doubts. For decades. Then comes 2008. The world falls apart. The financial crisis hits everyone. Markets collapse, banks crumble, panic everywhere, and Madoff's clients want their money back. Many at once. Too many. $7 billion within just a few weeks. $7 billion. And Madoff only has $300 million in the account. The house of cards sways for the first time after decades. He knows it is over. On December 10th, 2008, he calls his sons to him. He sits down. He takes a deep breath. And then he says it. Just like that. Calm. Almost emotionless. Everything is a lie. Everything was always a lie. His sons are speechless. They don't believe him. They cannot believe it. But the next morning, they call the authorities. They betray their own father, the man who gave them everything, the man who stole everything. On December 11th, 2008 FBI agents ring Madoff's doorbell. He opens it. He looks at them. He says only one sentence. "I know why you are here," and he lets them in. No resistance, no escape, no excuses, 70 years old, and everything is over. What follows is the scale of the damage. $65 billion, the biggest investment fraud in history, 37,000 victims in 136 countries, pensions destroyed, life savings gone, charities bankrupt, Elie Wiesel loses everything. Everything. A Holocaust survivor robbed by a man he trusted. There are no words for it. 150 years in prison. The verdict is clear. He spends the rest of his life behind bars. In 2021, he dies in prison. At 82 years old. Alone. His son Mark had taken his own life in 2010. His other son Andrew dies of cancer in 2014. His family destroyed. His name stained forever. And the question remains, was he a genius or a fraudster? Was he a monster or a human being who once made one wrong decision and could never go back? The truth is uncomfortable because Madoff was both. A brilliant man with a dark side that he hid for decades, behind a smile, behind trust, behind the perfect image of a perfect man. $65 billion, gone, forever. And the only question that remains, was he a genius or a fraudster? Maybe. He was both. But think about it for a moment. How was this possible? For decades, under the eyes of the authorities, under the eyes of the banks, under the eyes of thousands of smart people. Harry Markopolos, a financial analyst. He sent the SEC a detailed report as early as 2000. Black on white. Madoff is a fraud. The numbers are impossible. The system does not work. The SEC ignored him. 5 times. Over 8 years. 5 times. And Madoff continued. Undisturbed. Untouched. As if he were invincible. Maybe he eventually believed that himself. Maybe that was exactly his biggest mistake. Whoever thinks they are invincible stops being careful. And whoever stops being careful falls. Always. That is the lesson. Not about finance, not about fraud, but about people, about trust, about the greed that lives inside every one of us.